In this episode of the Third Eye View podcast, we ask the question: Is Colin Kaepernick getting blackballed? Stay tuned to find out. Now,
Our good friend, and we talked about Colin Kaepernick on his show before. From the early days of the show for his stance on not standing for the national anthem. And also when he declared his free agency and kind of floated out that thing that, hey, I'll do, I'll stand up now. Here we are, a few weeks later, and he's still unemployed. And, I'm wondering how you guys feel about that. Do you see this as some kind of censorship, some kind of retribution, some kind of revenge on what he did before? What are your thoughts?
I guess I could. It looks like it. I don't know if that's what actually happened, but it's looking like that they not forgetting what he did, and they're making it hard for him to be signed to a team. So I don't know where he would go from there. Whether he try to look at some outside of football, or I don't know where he would go from there. But I think he probably need to start trying to look other places because it don't look like he gonna get on a team. Well, from my end.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. Yeah, because in Chicago, you follow football a little bit closer than I do. But even I saw the story of the NFL commissioner talking. There's no problem. Teams are evaluating him because their bottom line is winning. But it's not.
I think that's that's a damn lie. A report came out last week. 70% of the the NFL owners don't like him. The 30% that might pick him up, they're scared because Donald Trump. I don't know if you guys heard about it early this week. I believe Donald Trump.
It was early this week.
Yeah, he came out and said that he had tweet against any team that picks him up. So they're scared of Donald Trump hurting their brand and their team by tweeting things out. But another aspect is it's a lot of free agency right there. Not a lot, but it's a few quarterbacks out there for free agency. And a lot of people who know sports and look at sports know Kaepernick is better than a lot of these people. One person is horrible Tony Romo, who's been in the league, 14 years and never won a playoff game.
I know who he is. Yeah. I know who Tony Romo is.
Yeah, he never won a playoff game in 14 years. Kaepernick has went to the Super Bowl, has won a division, and won a few playoff games, actually, in his short time. 6-7 years he's been in the league. So,
okay.
And Tony Romo, is a big thing. Where's Tony Romo going to? Where Tony Romo go? Tony Romo sucks. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't won anything. Now another issue is with as you guys know, I had his name on the tip of my tongue. What's his name? Cokehead. To play for the Cleveland Browns.
I don't know.
Johnny Manziel.
Okay.
Johnny Manziel. I don't know if you guys know. Johnny Manziel has got kicked off the team for partying, alcohol.
Oh yeah,
cocaine.
I heard that. Yeah.
Cocaine, beating on his girlfriend.
Yeah. That's
and the Saints are looking at him for a backup quarterback.
Right.
So now, early this week, a lot of teams saying Kaepernick wouldn't be a good backup quarterback. First they said he's injury prone. Then they said he can't learn anything. And now they're saying that what are they saying now? They're saying that they really don't need too many backup quarterbacks of his style or something like that. But Johnny Manziel is actually getting looked at by the Saints, and Johnny Manziel is in the conversation. He has had to go to rehab twice in the last 2 seasons, but they saying Kaepernick is having too much baggage on him. But Johnny Manziel has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And teams are still, and he's not a good quarterback. Johnny Manziel It reminds me of that doesn't remind me of his playing style, but it reminds me of Tim Tebow. He shouldn't have made it to the NFL. The only reason why he made it to the NFL because he's white. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And Christian, and he do that Christian thing real good.
Well, Tim Tebow did. Johnny Manziel just made it.
I know. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny.
I was talking about Tim Tebow. He do that Christian thing real well. They like that.
Oh, right. He's the Christian white boy. You know, he seems like a good person. You know, I'm not comparing him to Johnny Manziel. The only comparison is that they both white. That's all. So
right.
But neither of them. Johnny Manziel is an undersized quarterback. You know, he's not even 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? So he's great for college, but his skills are not on par NFL. And they gave him a try. I can see giving a person a try because you just never know, you know, if they may make an NFL. But they gave him a try. He got in trouble. He continued to get in trouble. Had to leave and go through rehab. This is, I think, late last year was his second try of rehab. You know what I'm saying? So they're thinking about picking up who we know is a party boy, you know, a co-kid. They're thinking about picking him up over somebody who just kneeled for the national anthem.
Right.
So there is some, they just don't like him because they basically saying, you know, you didn't stay in your place. So that's basically what's going on.
That's the thing I'm seeing as well. And being reminded of that Manziel thing, and you know, like I said, not being the biggest football fan, but you know, I always appreciated, and you know, from the beginning, his not standing for a national anthem because I haven't done that in years. Of course, I'm not celebrity, nobody right about that, but I haven't done that in years personally. But you know, to see that you know, he did that, and as we talked about before, when he floated out that, I'll stand up from now on, because I think everything has, has improved enough where I don't have to make that kind of stance. I always, and I think I said it when we first talked about it, I always felt that was, that was for, job security.
Right, it was.
It was simply for that, because as you said, as I remember Chicago, you said that, he never personally said that. It was just from his camp.
Right.
It's like his agent floated it out for him.
Right.
I talked to him. He'll do the right thing. And, he's going to stand up from now on. Somebody sign him. And, now here it is, weeks later, he still don't have a job.
Right, and the Bears just picked up some, they dropped our quarterback, horrible Jay Cutler, the Presto said Jay Cutler, and we picked up some guy, some nobody, but they paid this man $16 million. And $16 million, he's horrible. And Kaepernick is 20 times better here. His resume is 20 times better. As Kaepernick over the last season, he has fell off, but him falling off, his player falling off is better than who we just picked up for $16 million a year. $16 million. Wow. Like, you might as well kill Jay Cutler for 20-something million. Just add to, throw out the extra $4 million and call it a day.
Wow. Yeah. There seems to be a lot of money at stake, and that's why I'm sitting there. It seems to me that, this is, and like I said, the D-Blaze, white folks come back. They don't like that. As I put it, uppity Negroes. They will make sure to let you not forget. You violated their protocol, because as they said before, this is supposed to be entertainment, not political. But sports is entertainment, right. And normally all that's
political.
Right. Well, it should be political, but it's mainly entertainment, because it's a $1 billion business.
Yeah, well,
that's the way I look at it. Because if you have, go ahead.
The forefront is entertainment, but behind the scenes is political.
You mean who gets picked up and all of the movements and dealings?
Who gets picked up with the big dogs control? That's all political. Right. It has to be. I mean, they're showing it right now that it's political. You know what I'm saying? The forefront, what they show to the fans and they want to show to us, is supposed to be entertainment, but behind the scenes, everything is political. In the locker room, it's political. who gets who the quarterback throws to. Sometimes it's political. So behind the scenes, it's political. All of it's
Right.
political. So
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
I
would
agree with that.
go ahead, D-Base.
I was just gonna say I agree with that. Behind the scenes, that it's political
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, like you said, it's $1 billion business, and whoever signs with who could affect that business and all that stuff. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I ain't mean to
and
interrupt your point.
no, you go ahead. No, we all talking, but that's the whole thing with with why they believe when the NFL commissioner gets on there starts talking about oh, we're looking at winning. They're not looking at winning. They're looking at trying to sell tickets
right,
because as long as you're selling tickets and merchandise,
right,
I mean, you think of some of the worst teams in the Raiders, Oakland Raiders.
yeah,
I don't know if they ever won a Super Bowl. I don't know because I don't follow football. They may have any Raiders fans. I apologize, but they they sell stuff like crazy.
Yeah, they
right,
still got their fans, no matter they lose or win.
right.
Right.
In Dallas, they haven't won
Yes.
in 20 years. Over 20 years, they haven't won anything.
Right.
But they most the
Stadium
most
stay.
stay full, sold out every year.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So
So and for a team that to come out and pick up Kaepernick, I really think the brother just need to look at something else outside of football. I think his football. I mean, unfortunately, you know, I think his football career is over.
yeah,
I can't see anybody taking that risk. Even and I don't see any socially progressive uh, franchise owner picking him up
I'm
because they
surprised
don't exist.
that is You have to have the right owner and the right coach. But I'm surprised Mike Tomlin. But I
Yeah,
think
that's who I was thinking.
but I think Mike Tomlin used his to that one on Mike on what's his name Atlanta I forgot
Was he a linebacker?
Mike I'm talking about the
Uh,
dog person. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm
Michael
forgetting.
Vick.
Yeah, Michael Vick. I think he used his. Recently, he used his one pick that no one liked, not even the owner, on Michael Vick. Last season
Right.
because he picked up Michael Vick and gave him a job basically. And
Right.
he had a lot of backlash about the Michael Vick stuff. White people kept talking about the damn dog shit. So.
Oh my goodness.
So I think he used that, and I don't. He has some more probably in his back pocket, but he's like, I don't know, I wouldn't want to use it on this because sometimes he does things, and I'm pretty sure the owner doesn't like it, but they give him leeway to do a lot of things that he wants to do, and I think he used one of his tickets on Michael Vick last season, the season before last, he used it on Michael Vick. So, but I'm surprised he didn't pick him up because Kaepernick's style is similar to Michael Vick, but he's not, and he's a little bit bigger than Michael Vick, but he's not he's not as old as Michael Vick. Michael Vick, his career at that point in time when Tomlin picked him up, it was diminishing, and he wanted him to get him back into that field, but I don't think Michael Vick, his heart wasn't in it to really come back to the NFL, so he had to come back to get that paycheck when he came back from to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
But because he was in financial ruins after all that dog
Right.
stuff, so he had to come back
Right.
and got that big check, and I'm glad he got that big check. And I think Mike Tomlin picked him up, for another nice little, couple $1 million, and just to see if Michael Vick still had it, which I don't
Right.
think Michael Vick, he's not
his
that old.
style,
It's not even his style. I don't think his heart was in it anymore. You know what I'm saying? After all that stuff he'd been through, his heart wasn't in it. So
Yeah.
But
I think I'm thinking that they need to start looking at some outside careers because the dog story and with Colin Kaepernick, I can't and again both of you guys y'all are more versed in especially football than I am. I can't see that I can't see anybody taking that chance on him and the public outcry, even if it's just on Twitter,